Yes, my people, welcome to another edition of SMG Podcast. The People Them's Podcast, the podcast, whoa, English, the podcast of substance
Come on,
and everything else. So, yeah, man,
all of that.
man, like vocals, what's the topic today? Still,
Man, like IO talks. So later on, we are gonna be talking about um certain relationship situations, but what I actually want to start it off by monologuing a little bit. We are gonna talk about I believe there are some hot topics like oh looky who it is. Just wearing my favorite jacket. Just making it all right. What's happening, P? It's cool, man. Literally just started rolling. But y'all know P, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, so we're gonna be talking about the main topic later, which is gonna be something based on relationships. So you lot stick around for that. I was gonna hit us up with some news about the Cardi thing and another situation which is mad. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
Before we get into that, yeah, I do want to talk about. I just want to monologue quickly on something. So today I'm wearing my Nigeria Independence shirt, right? And on the back it says, "Niger no they carry last," right? Which means that Nigeria is first. And it has obviously a symbolic meaning behind what I'm saying. Now, I just want to talk about independence very quickly, right? This whole idea, yeah, that people celebrate independence is fine. It's cool because we're free from some kind of control that we were under. But look at it a bit deeper and understand what's really going on, right? Nigeria's got independence from some kind of control from a nation that we're still in a Commonwealth agreement with. So, which kind of freedom did we actually get? If you kind of understand what I'm saying, I think we have to kind of start
break the illusion of freedom that that people think they have.
break the illusion of freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, we
Damn.
celebrate and we're like, yeah, we're
I
free,
love
but
these type of topics.
it's something that was really, really deep to man. And I was thinking about it the other day because obviously we just had the independence and I didn't celebrate it the way I usually would, but we still obviously recognized it. But through my research in my recent years, I'm just like, why do we celebrate independence? That's a disrespect for another country to say to another country, I give you independence. That's mad.
Your God given right.
That's madness. And then to say that we technically still own you in some way. I don't know whether it's the land, the economy, the finance, whatever it is, but we are part of an agreement with the sovereign of the UK, the royal family, right? And they just somehow own us, bro. We're part of the Commonwealth, so we have to show up to them games. It's not optional. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain control that they still have over us. And for me, it's very annoying because it's like we still kiss their ass in terms of our politicians and our seniors. You know what I'm saying? I was talking the other day in the van at work about, we was having a discussion. It was like me, Rems, and Junior was on the phone having a discussion about um just mad immigration stuff, and there was a couple men in the car, like, and we was just kind of talking about the politicians and just how just the crookedness, you know what I'm saying, of it all. And yeah, it was I've completely lost my train of thought, as you can probably tell. But what I was originally saying is, don't really be thinking that just because you celebrate something means that it's real. You know, it's actually not real. Nigeria does not have independence from the Commonwealth. We are still very, very controlled by the the other continents, and the reason is because of corrupt leaders within the nation. They refuse to say no to handouts, and they refuse to say no to bribes. And I'm saying this straight. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let me.
Boom. Go on, Pete.
We're gonna get into it then. We're gonna break it down so they understand how they do it. Car. See, my thing is, yeah, what you're talking about here, like, yeah, I've already gone into that and understand how cool. You see, with countries, especially in, let's say, the third world, yeah, or in the lesser developed side of the world, as they like to claim it, even though that's not really the truth. But in the lesser developed side of the world, what they do is, yeah, they install politicians. Firstly, almost all politicians. Don't think, yeah, the politicians over here are any better. Yeah, they're all the same.
Mm.
All politicians, near enough, yeah, have been installed in these countries here to basically be people who are corrupt, evil, probably a Satan, probably worship Satan, bro. Like, you think that these, like, alright, cool. One thing, alright, let's break it down. What the reason why they'll do these stuff? Alright, cool. You see, like Nigeria, alright, cool. Do you know what commodity Nigeria is one of the biggest suppliers for?
Oil.
Oh,
So look, bro. Whenever you're wondering why, yeah, like I said, you just look what's profitable and why. That's always the reason, bro. So how do you think they keep these politicians in their favor? When you look at those politicians, do you not see how they're living? They're people who, and let me give you an example. They're people who are the opposite of Ibrahim. What's his name? Traore.
Oh, my man. What's his...
Yeah.
him.
Like, they're opposites. You see him, he's an example
He's
of
trying to
what a
break freedom.
politician should be. Yeah. The rest of them, yeah, are not like that. Why do you think, yeah, they're trying, they obviously, the first thing what happened when Ibrahim come into power, they tried to do this whole paint my man as like he's some sort of terrorist.
Yeah.
But because of obviously Twitter, yeah, and
Him and Gaddafi.
like man, people are seeing the real thing. Like, nah, bro, your mainstream media trying to paint mine as until you're chatting rubbish, bro, because he's just come and done exactly what Wiz was saying. What he's come and free these people from the hands of the people who are governing this country. How is what was there? What is it? Gold or is it oil? From one of them, I don't know. I think it's gold or diamond. Who knows? Some sort of rare commodity. I know they're the most. I think it's gold. Yeah. But you're looking at the state of the actual country, yeah. People still living in huts, but this is the biggest supplier of gold. What do you mean? Why is the local like? Because where is all of that wealth that should be generated from that being here? Where is it going? Obviously, like I said, the people who are in control. These are the reasons why they keep these countries with leaders, yeah, and politicians who pay them in, because it's like, all right, these lot have money, so they can fund any military group. This is what it's literally a textbook playbook they use, bro. Literally, like, they're gonna fund the oppositions, which is often enough the terrorists, and they're gonna brand it to the Western world as these are people who are trying to uprise and fight a dictatorship or whatever. Like, even if it may be a dictatorship, there's certain like I call that Gaddafi's dictatorship, brother. Gaddafi's dictatorship was a dictatorship, but Libya, yeah, used to be one of the best countries, like one of the top
But I swear
countries
he was
in the
one of
world.
the good guys. They're just paying him to be the bad guy.
No, he was never a bad guy.
Yeah.
But like I said, he was one of them people where he's trying to do what Wiz is saying. He's saying, yo, man's empowering man's people and bringing up. But like I said, the people who govern, who have their hands in this thing, they remove you. And that's what they don't understand. Any leader who goes against, yeah, their agenda, yeah, gets removed. Every single
100%.
leader that's gone against, it doesn't matter what country. Because you see, when you go against the grain, like I said, all of a sudden, yeah, you become, obviously, because the people, it's like this. How do I break it down? America is basically what these people use to bully the rest of the world, yeah, because of America's military might. You see what my point is? Yeah. So it's like what they do is when they have a problem with something, straight away, America is suddenly going to have a problem with this country. Whatever it may be, they're going to come up and then they're just going to make up some sort of waffle, yeah, and justify it. Like look what's going on in the Middle East as an example. This is the same playbook they do. They use it across the whole world. Obviously, there's certain places in the world where they have managed to break free because they understand how it works because they were like, and I always say it's the eastern side of the world. That's why you'll always see the media on this side of the world always tries to paint that side of the world like it's some crazy place. Like, oh no, when I'm saying, yo, you go over there and their day-to-day life is not like living hell. Like, we ain't seen a whole bag of degeneracy everywhere. And I'm not to say it doesn't happen, but it's not to the scale, of like what we see over here. Like I said, but you're not gonna go. Obviously, if you go to certain places, because nowhere's perfect, yeah. But over here, it's like I'm saying, you'll be in London City. London City is the major city. What, you can't even walk with your phone out. What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
What do you mean you don't have enough? Because my point is, this is London City. This has got the most secure cameras. So this type of crime should be like 100%. Yeah,
You'll find the person.
We find the person. But
Happened to me
and I'm like,
recently,
there's a lot of insignificant crimes that just don't bother get, because you know what my thing
care.
is, they don't actually care about the crime. They only care about the crimes where it's gonna be most profitable. So the crimes where they're bigger crimes where you're gonna go to prison, and like I said, because that's literally the way the system is wired. It's not wired to operate based on moral. Yeah, it's wired to operate based on transactional. This is why, instead of, when you look at the way they don't police based on morally. They police transactionally. And my thing is, when you want to operate things based on transaction, like I said, it's about profiting. So if it's about profiting, that means that that's at someone's expense. Like, 'cause that's how it works. That's how the whole capitalism system works. But people don't understand the depths of it. Yeah. So when they see it, they just look at it as, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, my country, like, what was it saying? Yeah, my country is free. But yeah, they don't realize that, cool. Your country, you think your country is free because they've given you that illusion to believe that, because they like to keep people in a bliss. Because the people who are in a bliss, are the easiest people to just go along with what they say. You see what I'm saying? That's why they said. That's why they sell. That's why they sell the whole cool. Yeah, you lot take back your thing. Yeah, you lot self-govern, because all right, you're gonna self-govern, but we control all of your natural resources. How can you govern your country, but all of your resources are in control by foreign entities, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they're foreign entities who have no care and look at you like you're roaches in the ground, bro, like you're ants, bro. They don't care about you. These are the people who control your natural, and you're wondering why the state of what's going on is like, and like I said, the people they put in place to govern you are people who they have paid out. Like, you think all these governors were, when you're seeing them, because them are paying them, how many million or billion, and like I said, the type of person who they put in power is a person who can be bought. This is why, though, like I said, them type of leaders, look at the first thing they tried to do with Ibrahim is try to get rid of him straight away. They didn't even, like I said, anyone who understands it and sees it would see it. They tried to get rid of him straight away. I'm thinking, brother, how can a person who's come and is basically changed the whole of his country, but you are somehow trying to like tell people to not use their own common brain and use critical thinking skills and see what's actually, and work out what's going on here, and see, well, he's come and improved the country. Then the people who you've claimed were bad and you've funded the terrorists or the freedom fighters or whatever you want to call it, rebellious groups. Look at the countries now, like Libya. Like, look at Libya. Libya's a war zone. Yeah. So you lot supported this and got rid of Gaddafi. But like I said, there's no batter, no iron. Like I said, it's just left to be war torn. Why? Because that when it's in that state, whatever resources or whatever is in the area, anyone can come and take it. Because the people who, well, let's say the rebels or whatever that they call, who govern it, the country, they are free to do whatever they want, because they know the people who who funded them are the man who are good. Yeah, you lot can have that, and we can do whatever we want. We're free to do whatever we want, because remember, they don't care about the normal person's day-to-day living. Yeah, but that is literally how they keep all these countries, under the thumb. But that's why and that's what I was saying about the eastern side. The eastern side, they've literally taken control back out of foreigners, out of people who are not for them, hands. Because that's, like I said, it was in Russia. Like I said, all you gotta do is read up about the Bolshevik revolution. You'll understand like what happened, how the power dynamic shifted. That's all you gotta do. Research that, and then, like I said, if you go and read, I forgot what it's called, but if you research here on why England used to have Hong Kong. You get me? And remember, they only gave that back a couple years ago, bro. So if you do your research into why, the actual reasoning behind what took place, why that war happened, and this, that, and what was going on in China, you'd understand, like I said, why they are the way they are now. Because they learned, obviously, like I said, they were like, how do I put it? They were like every other country, yeah, like in Africa and all that are being, but like I said, they learned and understood how these lot are doing what they're doing, and built themselves up and maneuvered in a way where, yeah, they have control. That's why they like to call them, like, obviously they'll say, oh, China, yeah, they have, like, obviously they're very strict with their security and ID and this and that. I'm saying, yeah, they are, but my thing is, you lot are trying to do the same thing now. So what, like, you lot would deep it years ago, you were clowning it, but you're trying to do the same thing now.
What you talk about the ID?
Yeah, like the digital ID.
No,
but remember, they used to look how they would make China seem like for having all that. Because remember, China's got all of that, bro. So, but you were trying to clown them, but now you're trying to implement it. And you want to know what the thing is, because China implements it, but my thing is, the way they use it, it's like, because like I said, the way their culture and the way the people who are governing them, yeah, even though they've got their people who do their bad things, like, it's like, how do I put it? Corruption and certain things in there, like I said, the punishment is death. So it's like, you see over here where, like I said, we're getting politicians getting caught out for straight out lying about certain incidents, and nothing absolutely happens. Politicians get caught out for this, that, nothing happens. Why do you think that is? Because they're all corrupt, so they know that this always that. Yeah, we might get a bit of bad media, yeah, and that's it. There's never ever no real repercussions for it. So my thing is, if there's no real repercussions for the corruption. Yeah. Of course, everyone's gonna be corrupt, bro, because there's no risk in it, bro. If anything, like I said, they want you to be, because your corruption is literally how they keep their hand around your neck and get these lot to always go in favor, because yeah, you're doing this, that. Yeah, we'll let you do it, but we're aware of what you're doing it. But so when it comes time for us to need you to do what we do, we're gonna remind you we're aware of what you've been doing. That's why they let you do it, because they don't care. Because remember, all that corrupt stuff it's not affecting them. There, and this is why our communities are mashed up.
But yeah, that's exactly, so it's not affecting them, and this is why corruption is going on the way it is. So just to, we're gonna move on to the news, but yeah, hold tight Nigerian independence, hold tight everyone's independence, but at the same time, let's try and strive to educate people that independence means something very deep. You get what I'm digging? But anyway.
Firstly, but I'll end it on, it's not just independence. What people need, it's not country independence. You need mental independence. Get me? That's what people do. Because like I said, once people actually change the way they see things, they'll understand what's actually going on. You can actually make a change. But like I said, everyone's living in a bliss.
Hear that.
Right.
Hear that. All right, cool. So, what's all this ratchet news?
What's hot topics? We started with. Actually, we'll do Cardi B later, man. What's going on with... Actually, we know what's going on with Victoria Everest or whatever her name is.
I don't even know who that
is. P knows. I'll let P.
Who's that?
I'll let P explain.
Victoria
Everest. Who just crosses gallons?
Dirty gal.
Crosses.
I don't know.
I know one gal. Alright, we're gonna give you the breakdown of what's going on there.
Okay.
So, I got a lot to say on this.
I shouldn't be laughing. This is a serious topic. I shouldn't be laughing.
No, you know it is a serious topic. Bro, the worst thing that I see... Anyway, let me explain to you first before I get into what I see in it. Because so it's basically a girl, who's some well-known influencer pushes some what's it, coconut water or
Yeah,
something. So I don't
the
know.
health
You
thing.
get me? One of these health things, probably one of these free-spirited babes. Yeah, but she's a wicked gal.
Okay.
You get me?
Classic.
You get me? She has Jezebel spirit, Delilah spirit,
All the
all
spirits.
7 spirits in it. A wicked gal. Like.
Man said
But yeah, but no, but
Delilah,
she
you
because
know.
basically a video got released now
Mm.
from her. Obviously, must be from like 10 years ago. Just talking to talking to one boy, but he's recording. She just doesn't realize her just openly telling her yet how she plots out, like how she plotted out and sent a man to jail for rape, and he didn't
Right.
rape her. She just or grape, yeah. Like that's
Wild.
that it's bro.
That's wild.
Bro.
She tried to say it was AI.
Man said AI, you know.
She got what was the interview? Transcentral. I haven't watched it, but I watched the
I
reaction.
know what the interview what her
Yeah, she said
I
that.
I know wait
Go on.
we're gonna get into that. We're
Yeah.
not gonna do that. We're not gonna jump the gun because this year
Sorry,
because this
it's not
ties
funny.
into what
I should be
this
laughing.
is what ties into what this is what ties into what happened to what's his name Ginger J, yeah, and and a post I see on Instagram
Yeah, I know.
of
I
one
know you're going with this.
of one I don't even one gal clown from there trying to talk waffle, trying to basically tell man to black like anyway, but digressing. Basically, with Victoria, basically she got caught out with she got caught out with the video. She's tried to come on this whole I'm gonna use forget the facts of the situation. I'm trying to use emotional manipulation to try make it seem like what I didn't do was extremely narcissistic. Like do you know like the level of narcissism you have to be at to do that and go along your life. And it's like I've read things where it's like people who knew her, like previous friends that said like
Apparently she was on demon time.
she's been doing this, like this is her way. Like so it's like your man was like your brother was like, all right, you might just want to move her, and because she's spiteful about it, she might just say you raped her or you assaulted her or whatever. That's the type of gal she is. Like, you get me? So because she doesn't understand like the severity of what you're actually doing. Like because it's like under no justification. There's something you're letting man willingly do this and misleading him, and then you literally using it to destroy a man for what? Like my point is that for what? It's like
Because your ego.
like no, but that's what I'm saying. But it's like for what? Because that's how you get a sense of power, a sense of like I said, Delilah spirit, bro. Like this is no, bro. Like that's what I said, Jezebel spirit, bro. Because she wants to like it's the sense of power. You see what and it's like some of these females, and this is a message to the mandem, and this is what I even say to mandem. I said, look, some of these gal, they might look nice or good on the outside, but you need to look past that. You actually need to understand the mindset of the gal, because I said you just like I said, you can't be look, you can't give such a put yourself in such a vulnerable position to a woman who will take advantage of that, because you're not even working out if she's one of them women, because you don't understand. Man think that you don't realize anytime, because men have probably never looked at it from this perspective. Anytime you lay down with a gal, you are the one who's putting yourself in a vulnerable position, because at any God given time that girl can change her mind and say X, Y, Z, and then it could go left. So if she's not trustworthy or of that type of character, so if she's a compulsive liar, well, if she just suddenly feels or whatever, I'm going like what happened in this situation. I'm just going to lie, because it's like the way she done it. She literally invited my man over, done the thing, the when my man's in the bathroom, and that's called the feds to the scene.
That is so messy.
So it's like, so she thought about it, strategically thought about it, because obviously she's probably got the fresh nut in her. You get me? So it's like, yo, you banged her rights. So you could not even, it's not like, like them cases where they can't really prove X, Y, Z because of, and I'm saying that is what I'm saying, the severity of the wickedness. It's not like, she just gone into it's been a lady and she just went and made the accusation or something. No, she planned out the whole scenario. The whole scenario. Do you know how wicked that is? Like, to go, and then like I said, to go through the whole process. You're gonna go to court, be in front of the feds, and just be lying through your teeth, knowing that my man didn't do this, like, and you're feeling good about yourself. Wicked gal.
So
No accountability taken as well.
So basically, what happened basically now is, I don't know, one idiot gal. I don't know who that presenter was, bro.
Midday only.
But bro, she need, bro. You see who she? You know who needed to interview her? Zizi. Yeah, Zizi's the one who should have interviewed her.
Even Zizi's take was a bit.
No, bro.
Was a bit,
No, bro. But Zizi, no, because you see her journalism, when it comes to actually asking questions, she would have, all of the waffle, what she was, Victoria was on there doing, Zizi would have been like, would have cut that out, because you basically.
No, but Zizi was trying to make her like his Mandem's fault, that Mandem needs to be the son, but you don't wake up and do something.
No.
Someone's gonna accuse me of rape.
No. My point is, whether that's like I said, that's Zizi's opinion on it. But my point is, I'm talking about when it comes to actually asking her, she would have not facilitated what man saw, because this she didn't ask her no relevant questions to actually get the facts of it. She just allowed her to come on here to just, like I said, like sell her sob story and try. And that's what I said. I said, why didn't you go to someone who's gonna ask you the proper questions and not gonna let you do what you're just doing here, where you're trying to sell this whole emotional aspect? I don't give a toss what you was going through. Yeah, wrong is wrong. Yeah, you know in yourself, because you got openly admitted that. Yeah, it's better if I'd prefer to say, yeah, I hated him at that moment, and then and this is why I did it. I'd rather you say that. Don't come try sell man some sob story. Because I've gone through this and this and this and that, which has led me to do this because of that. Bro, then go to seek mental. I guarantee you ain't gonna seek no mental health, because that's what you're saying to me.
But
basically,
that's what she wishes, though.
Like.
Health and well-being and all them thing there, man.
No, but what do you mean health and well-being?
Coconut and lime water and all them.
But bro, drinking coconut and lime water, but she's doing wickedness, bro. That ain't gonna wash. This is why she's on that from. She out here trying to purge her wicked ways, bro.
No, sorry, I should. This is not funny.
No, bro, it's not funny, but it's the real rap, bro. That's what, bro. Yeah, hey, you see what I'm talking about? Look at it. Such a wicked gal trying to push this whole agenda of such purity. You see how the devil works?
Yeah, exactly.
You see how the devil, because her whole image, think about her whole image and look what you're doing. This is what I'm talking about. Just to correlate it, yeah. See what I'm talking about? This is like what I'm talking about, the whole with politicians, bro. Yeah. Your whole image, yeah, but look what you're doing, but you're willing to do, bro.
Acting like you're for the people, but you're not.
You're not. You're not, bro. Like, acting like, I'm with this, but like I said, your way of thinking is, bro, it's borderline demonic.
So this girl's a no-no then, basically.
Brother.
Yeah.
Brother, but any
God
man...
forgive me, but she's not even that great.
Any man, that after seeing this or hearing that ever even thinks that it's okay to even... Brother, I wouldn't even want to be in a room with her.
Yeah,
I'd walk in the room and come out the room, bro, fam. Don't know what... She's not
even that pretty.
No, bro, this is another thing as well, what I was talking about earlier, about where some random Donny... I don't know who decided to just give his take on this whole scenario. He was just talking a whole lot of waffleness, trying to pander to talking about because he was basically saying, I don't know why black men are trying to get at black women to condemn her to the extent that they condemn Ginger J. Yeah, because obviously, like I said, as for example,
we're not saying condemn.
No, brother, what do you mean? No. They need to condemn her, bro. Because you don't understand, cool. This is she messes up credibility, for all the women who actually genuinely go for it, bro.
Exactly.
This is my point, fam. Like, you don't understand, literally, She could have, gone, and dealt with it in a much better way if she wanted to. Yeah. She chose to. And she chose to, obviously, this is basically, she chose to be an influencer. This is the repercussion, so she should be getting condemned same way. There should be no, because of, she was going through this and this and this and that and this and that. Cool, so what if my man was going through that? Because my thing is, that was just his personal opinion and views. He's entitled to have that views to his own if that's what he wants to think. Yeah. She's actively gone out there and just ruined how many man's life. She's actually actively out here destroying people's lives. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And walking around and acting as if she's not doing a damn thing. But like I said, if this role, she was on the other thing, like I said, you look at the reaction. My man got stripped from his platform. Like I said, whatever man's making meme videos and all that. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, he's done.
repercussions happened for whatever he said.
Because they never give Ginger J a platform to explain himself.
Exactly my point. No one offered him no platform
which I
to
don't get.
come and tell some sob story about, oh yeah, my mental health and nah, bro. You're a grown ass adult, fam. Because, like I said, did you ever at any point try to rectify the situation and go and say, yeah, nah, my mate, like that wasn't the case, and free my man? I haven't heard no one come out or say you've done that. So to me, if you ever done that, I don't want to hear nothing about your sob story.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear nothing about it, bro. Because you're not taking accountability for the wrongdoing what you're doing. Because taking accountability would be actively going to correct the mistake. That's taking accountability. Coming and telling me about, oh, I went through this and that and this and that is deflecting.
100%.
You get me? You're just trying to use it's emotional manipulation. You're trying to appeal to people's emotions and sympathy and empathy, yeah, to make them sympathize and think, okay, like we can understand and like treat you more softer towards what you've done. No, what you done was rancid, bruv. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's a foul, bro. Bruv, that is foul, bro. It's the exact same equivalent of a brother assaulting a female, bro. It's the same equivalent. The exact same thing, the same level of thing. So exactly how you'd feel about a brother doing that is how you should feel about a woman going and doing that. That's how you should feel. It shouldn't be less. Why is that accepted? Because he's a man. Well, like my point. Well,
So I'm sorry. And is she like in trouble with the law at all?
No.
Like,
I don't know, bro. She's going
The
about her
video's
day
there.
to day. Bro, she's still pushing her coconut water and these things, like going on a day about life. Like I said, that's what my point is. Where don't come and try to sell that sob
Well, she's
story.
not even taking a break. She's still pushing.
Yeah,
the
no, it's not like, like the people just like, yeah, I'm gonna step. No,
That-
she
that
just
come off
goes,
social
yeah.
media,
Brother,
that-
that's why I'm saying she's an out and out narcissist, bro. Man, no, a man can spot one from a mile away, bro. That's a narcissist, bro.
I don't get why people still following. I don't know, man. People are dunce, man.
No, but my thing is, my point is because like society as a whole, yeah, they've been conditioned, yeah, to blow up and emphasize, yeah, things that are more detrimental to female and like make it less of an issue or see it as not
100%.
that as fun when it comes to men. That's just so they've been conditioned. That's just by the media. My point is because that way, like I say, when things happen to men, it's like, cool, it just gets swept under the rug. Yeah, and that's just the agenda. That's why these things happen. Yeah, because my thing is, you have to remember in society. Yeah, you have to remember, and this goes back to male and female. Yeah, none of this modern day nonsense. Remember, the males. Yeah, if they keep the males, let's say on edge, and you can't really protect the females. And that's just the playbook, bro. Yeah, that's why when you're seeing like, well, why is it so harsh for males? Yeah, because we want to make the environment as hostile and harsh for males as possible. So it's like you can't do the things that or take the actions to correct certain things in society and stuff. That's just what that is, bro. Fam. Literally,
okay. I mean, I hear that.
It's literally, bro. My thing is like like I said, she should have lost all her sponsorships.
100%.
She should have lost not one. This is my point. If this was a brother, every one of his sponsorships would have been gone.
Though?
I don't know if she does, but obviously she's an influencer, so she must, bro.
Doesn't matter. She's got them or not. But I said it doesn't matter if she's got them or not. But I hear what you're saying. But let's not, regardless, let's not wish bad on no one because. That's their thing.
No, we don't wish bad.
No.
Hold her accountable.
No. I'm what you know what it is. Sorry, bro. Obviously, my thing is I'm a believer in it of like the 12 laws of the universe, bro. So
I don't know what that means. Is it in the Bible?
12 laws
in the Bible?
In the Bible, no, it's not in the Bible.
Not in the Bible. I don't know.
You get me?
Never heard
And
of
I
that.
believe she deserves. She needs to what it needs to install for her is she needs to get return with what she's disputed. Like, because as far as I'm concerned, obviously don't know the personal aspects of life, but to the outside of her, doing relatively well in terms of where she is. You get that should if this wickedness, obviously we're gonna say alleged wickedness, because obviously even though there's video footage, she's still denying it. So alleged, yeah. So if this alleged wickedness, yeah, yeah, is true, obviously, even though let's remember there's a video footage of it, but yeah, like if it is true, yeah, she definitely deserves to have like she shouldn't have her platform or nothing, like, because people like that, like I said, these are the people they put in influential places, yeah. And when wickedness and stuff is going on you're wondering why it's just a blind eye to it. Because these are the people who are, like I said, you see that people like that. That's the people in all the certain positions in this, and then you're wondering, well, why is all these little wickednesses going on and running, and it's only coming out like 20 years later or yeah, because the people who are also around are all wicked people, bro. 100%. And like I said, it needs to be a thing where we strip wicked people shouldn't be able to hold on to their
So how
platform.
do we stop them,
bro?
How do we stop these higher ups? These
we're going.
No, you can't. We can't go into that. That's a whole different topic. It's a whole different.
We're going way.
Why can't we stop? How do we stop them? All these Weinstein and my man that
we're gonna
answer
this, and then we're gonna move on to the next story.
Yeah, but we got
answer this, and then we're gonna move on.
Oh man, them stop being shook, man.
On time. We're gonna answer this, and then we're gonna move on. I'm just conscious of time. So how do you get rid of who? Because you said a lot of madness right there.
What do you mean?
How do you get rid of?
Yeah, you specify specifically.
Listen, Let me.
Because right now, man, speaking in a way where I'm generalizing. There's no one. I don't want anyone off the grid.
About. I'm talking about how do we push out? How do we push out these evil higher ups like Weinstein and all them man there? And Diddy and them man there.
Diddy, you know.
Yeah, Diddy got 5 years, but anyways, yeah. How do we push these guys up?
How do you get rid of them?
Yeah, not off the grid, not professionally, but how do we just get them out of here?
Honestly.
Well, I can't even say. You see, everybody, I couldn't even say what I wanted to say, bro. While we're all dead, bro. We might all die by tomorrow morning.
I'm not associated with any crazy comment that may.
So that's not even. The real reason how to eradicate, we can't even discuss what the makeshift reason, yeah, for how we could get rid of it is obviously people actually need to start doing proper research into the actual people like that
on the thing.
In these positions, because that's my thing where I say people live in a bliss.
You say that, but we're ignorant though, man.
They make you because it's like
people like the product, but people want
they don't think cool.
The owner or the name of
that's my point. Like they don't people just accept what's given to them. They've conditioned you to not because and look, I said this is one thing what I was even saying I slightly think obviously I realized that I'm neurodivergent, innit? Obviously I learned that over the last year or so, and then it made me realize why you see with like this whole thing why I'm able to see it so easy is because it's like it's a system, and it's a pattern. Like so, if you just see all the patterns in life, you can because everything is a pattern.
Going way off topic. I'm just throwing it out there, but you can go ahead. But I'm just. Letting you know.
Alright, cool. Let's just.
Now you lot are devising a plan to friggin' overthrow the elite, basically.
You can't.
Where did this come from?
I don't think you can ever overthrow the elite.
You can't overthrow the elite, bro.
Then you don't believe in my Lord Jesus Christ.
No, you can, but that's.
Yeah, but we're talking about a battle. You're talking about the battle. You're talking about the war. We're talking about the battle. Obviously,
but what
Jesus won, the war's won already.
I don't even understand.
You're talking about the
how
you've
picture. Tried to do that. Like that's
we're talking
crazy.
about the frame. You're
saying that Jesus can't win battles.
No, he can.
He can.
So what are we doing here?
He can, but I feel.
You're saying that it's inevitable that some battles have to be lost in this situation.
I feel that Jesus is letting some battles be lost to show that the higher ups are not as what we think they are. That obviously there's principalities in that.
That What do you mean? That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
No, you're saying that he
because there's bare evil happening around.
what?
If God wanted to, God can stop all of this right now.
Who's losing in those battles?
Huh?
Who's losing in those battles?
It's man.
Man.
Yeah, human beings.
Okay, it does make sense.
But if God, if God or Jesus wanted to stop everything, they would. But obviously,
yeah, but we know
they gave us free will in it, so it's up.
It's not even just about free will. There's a plan. We know what's happening, like what's going on.
Yeah, we're gonna the rapture and all them things. There's a bigger picture. That's what I'm saying.
There's a bigger picture.
There's a war and then there's the battle. Right now, we're in the battle.
No, you know what it is.
I hear what you're saying. I know what you're saying. But my
personal belief is obviously we've been stripped here of our actual knowledge of what because even like with the Bible, I believe in the Bible. Before I used to actually imagine this. Before, when I was younger, I was more skeptical of the truth of the Bible. But as I've got older, and like I said, through me certain things I've just learned and understood, I believe in the Bible more because it's like I can actually see. I can see it. Like you can literally see it.
You can see it.
Like,
it's everything.
Like you get it. Like, but what my thing is, why a lot of people can't see it is because the modern day information, what you have learned, makes you totally unable to see. That's my point. And that's why a lot of people are nowadays, like I said, are atheists, and they've always even one guy he was obviously on Insta. He tried to disprove the Bible. He's like, oh yeah. Here's another point of the Bible. Disproving or contradicting itself. And I said to myself, I said, "Alright, cool, bro. I learned the other day, just to go off topic a little bit. I learned the other day. There's 7 levels of consciousness. Yeah. So so it starts from like when you're a child, when you learn the feeling, emotions. Like basically, it's about how your mindset. What the education today does, it literally halts your level of consciousness. That's why people's understanding and perception of the Bible and that is very limited. That's what I said. I said if you had a higher level of consciousness in the way you're looking at and perceiving what's being said to you, and so you'd see it, yeah. But certain people, they can't see it because what they know, like I said, they limit it to what they've been educated with. So, and education literally confines your mind to believe what we want you to what you want to 100%. Believe. So even though, like I said, you've got stuff like the Bible where there's certain things that are true in X, Y, Z, people will disregard it because why? They've been taught to make these things of make belief. Spiritual stuff is make belief. That's why. Why do you think
all this critical thinking?
Why do you think spiritual and stuff and that they try to make it make belief? Because once you make that make belief, now you start looking at certain things in the Bible like that can't have happened. Jesus walked on water. That can't have happened. That's when you see that type of stuff in the films. That's not real. You see my whole point of how they've conditioned you to perceive these things as make belief, and when very well they could have very well happened if you understood that. Like if you understood that the information that you've been fed into your thinking has been manipulated and tampered with to make you think in certain ways, you understand that that's why you've got this limited view of understanding this book. You get my point? 100%. Like, because I always say this, I said, alright, cool. If you don't believe, cool. If you believe if you don't have a certain level of spiritual belief, so if you don't believe in the supernatural, how can you not? How are you gonna be able to believe in the Bible?
We start with okay. Yeah. Talk about the Bible. I was deep in my phone for time,
This guy's
yeah. But anyway, look, we're going all over the place, and hold tight where we've gone because that's amazing. We've gone all over the gaff. Right. Next topic, because that one was a saucy one. Because we have to get to the main topic.
What's the next topic? The Cardi Nicki Minaj, too irrelevant.
Yeah, that's dead. Because I don't know too much about that, and I feel like that's
bro. Do you see even them low vibrational topics? The man can't even push that, bro. Like this is what they want you to talk about. Low,
What?
but
What-
like, bro,
what,
it's
the
something.
elites?
Brother. Nicki Minaj is just just to summarize
Yeah,
that.
about
Yeah.
to talk about
Do you
it.
feel that she's a cancer
No.
to the community?
Nicki Minaj, like I said, certain people can't see
the
certain
interview
things.
question.
She is an out and out narcissist who's obsessed,
Yeah.
with like I said, you see one of them spirits that
She's
I be
the
talking
problem.
what I'm talking about. Because I said, look at the pattern. Every female artist
Lil'
she
Kim,
comes, she's got a
Jay-Z,
problem.
Cardi, any female rapper up and coming.
And they won't even be, bro. They won't be saying nothing or have nothing
she's
about it,
got a
and she'll
beef with
just come
someone.
and just kick off and start trying to deal with them mad. And then it's like, and my point is, I'm thinking, you do this all the time, bro. You are one of them people where it's like you seek to be in the center of attention. So that's why people like Cardi B and it's
Do you
like
think it's a form of insecurity?
bro, it's not even an insecurity. Like I said, them people they're anyway.
Yeah, that's not.
You
that's
get it,
not
like,
too
bro.
right,
Like as
'cause
I was saying, it's
obviously
not, bro. You can see once
you're
you can see it,
getting
you can
into
see it.
even though you said that my thing. This guy said it's a low vibrational.
It's a lot of things with low
thingy.
vibration.
You lot, if I left you, you lot would have gone on half an hour and that.
That's how they get us.
Yeah.
No.
They don't want substance.
But anyway, the main topic,
What is the main topic?
because this is I was explaining to Io. I was having a conversation with someone, and we got into it because I wanted to pose this to you guys. And like I said to Io, when you answer this or when you think about this, I do not want anybody to answer this on everybody, there's someone for everyone and everyone's different. No. I want you to answer from your own personal, how you see it perspective. In your perfect world, how would you want this scenario? So this is the scenario or whatever. I said to my virgin, we was talking about something, and basically, I would prefer my wife to be a stay-at-home wife.
Yeah.
I am happy with that.
Why?
Wait, I'm not finished. I have to give you the whole
Let him
premise.
finish the whole thing.
You're
We need the whole
going
context.
I am still ready.
No.
We haven't even spoke about this as well.
No, don't.
You're going
Finish the context.
No, I will, but you're going to have. So, boom. I would like my wife to be a stay-at-home wife. I would like my wife to enjoy that and see satisfaction in that. My virgin was showing me that he would see his wife wanting to be a stay-at-home wife as her just being stagnant and somebody who doesn't want to progress in life. I couldn't even believe that he was saying this to me because in my mind, I was like, look how society has shifted. But I wanted to throw that to the room because I am on the side. Obviously, I've said what side I'm on and I stay on that side. That being said, this does not mean that if my wife wants to work, she can't work. If she wants to work, she can work fine, but it's not because she has to work. That's just because she wants to work. Yeah, or she's just whatever, she wants to do something. But I would prefer... you know what I'm saying? You can be ambitious and all that, but this is why, you have these discussions when you're dating, but I would prefer the person that I'm going to be with to want to just chill at home. And just remember, this is a perfect world situation. So as a man, you're fully financing this situation. There is no issue here. So it's not like, oh, well, in this age, two people have to... No, this is like, you're good. You can pattern everything. So in this situation where you look.
All right, cool. So you give your take.
Yeah, because you was jumping.
She has to work, innit?
Just to work.
Not that she... Okay, listen, the only time she doesn't have to work is
blood?
When she has the kids, maybe 1 year, 2 years.
That's what I'm talking about. There's when we was talking about, there was children involved.
But you're staying at home, you're watching Loose Women and
no.
youths and that. I'm thinking, what are you doing?
Sorry, let me give you a bit broader of the scenario, yeah?
Go on.
This is a married couple or a couple, whatever, yeah? There are children or a child involved, right? Because she's a housewife. So this is not just her and the guy and there's children, there's things happening.
Man's got a full house.
You know what I'm saying?
If they're fine with that, that's fine, but I don't want my woman staying at home because when my kids turn 18, what are you going to do?
What do you mean? What are you gonna
Or
do?
let's say, God forbid,
What does that mean?
I die or
Are
we
you gonna
break
kick
up.
your wife out or your
No.
kids
So let's say I die, God forbid, or we break up.
See, this is
and you
what
don't
he
have
said.
no money, no
This is what he said. He
What
was
are
like,
you gonna do?
He was like, oh, what if something happens to you? What's she gonna
Exactly.
do?
What these
I
things
know,
happen, though?
no, but I said to him,
Wait,
wait.
I got
Wait,
better to
bro.
say to
Wait.
this, bro.
I said to him straight, yeah. There was two things I said to him. Firstly, as a black person, you wouldn't say that if you fought like a white person and had life insurance. Because if you had life insurance and you had the right life insurance, and something happened to you, your family would actually be quite all right. Or at least have enough to start a business, buy a house, flip it, buy a house, rent it. They would have enough money.
That's in the ideal world. That's not.
No, that's not even an ideal world, bro. We can do that right now.
We could, but a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That scenario is not in a.
You're not being realistic.
I'm giving you examples.
Yeah, go on.
Because this is stuff that other cultures do. This is just not in the black community that rampant. And that's statistically, bro. This is not just me saying it. And do you know why? Because black people are scared about talking about death. That's why. They don't like thinking about, well, you might be an anomaly. Have you got life insurance?
No, I do not.
Well, there you go, my brother. So if something happens, your family have to pay to bury you, my bro. Do you know how much that costs?
Costs a lot of
money. Because I paid for a funeral. Do you know how much that costs? That's mad peas. Talk about wedding peas, bro. So these kind of things, when all these white people family dies, you think they're waiting for that little 100 grand or something, little payout. That's a little stepping stone. You can even give that to your youth or something like that. But black people don't think like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So that was the first example I gave him because he's already not thinking that, like, oh, my family's going to be broke. Why would they be broke if you had life insurance? Number one. Number two, if you was patterned, because remember the scenario I gave you was a perfect world. What, you don't have savings? Like, you don't have things patterned up.
Perfect world is subjective.
My bro, this is, remember I told you at the beginning, this is not a general subjective thing. I gave you a perfect world. I defined it like you weren't listening. Let me give it to you again. Let me give it to you again.
Yeah.
Financially, there is no issue.
Mm-hmm.
You are comfortable. If you needed to go and invest in socks, you can fucking invest in socks. If you needed to go and do this or that, you can do it. There's no, oh my gosh, where am I going to get this from? No, you're good. So this is the scenario I'm giving you. So that's why I said eliminate all of that ifs, buts, and maybes out of your brain. This is the scenario.
Things happen.
Anyway, the first example I gave, because I don't want to lose my thing, the first example I gave was life insurance. And all that saving stuff was in the interim. The second example I gave was what we actually led into, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get onto what you were saying, but what we led into for my second example was that why is the woman not capable of picking up the pieces? Because that's a tragedy, and in tragedies, people have to pick up the pieces. And you know what his response was? He actually believes that a woman that has been a housewife for a certain amount of years doesn't have the mental acuity, if that's the correct term, to figure out how to either start a business or start making money or govern for herself, bro. Do you get what I'm digging? So in my mind, I'm saying that woman does have the ability and the knowledge to do that. So she can actually pick up the pieces. It's not we're going into the frigging streets and we have to start begging people for soup. That's not what would happen if the man passes away. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially in this country.
Depends on the woman, though.
But you're doing all this depends stuff. You're just doing
So
too much. I gave you an ideal situation.
You're saying every girl knows what to do.
You're going outside of the ideal
Every girl knows
situation.
what to do if their man dies.
I listen to me. I listen. No, not being angry.
You're not listening to like the rules of what I'm saying. Like this.
Imagine
I said we have to play football, but you're trying to incorporate American football rules into it as well. I'm saying no, stick to the football because that's all I'm showing you. You're trying to throw the ball. I'm saying no, that's not what we're doing.
Not every girl knows what to do if their man dies.
It's not every girl's situation. I gave you an ideal. I literally gave you a script. This is it.
Listen.
You're writing into the script.
Listen.
Generalization.
Look.
Oh, man. You're generalizing.
I'm not generalizing.
Oh, Lord.
You see why you're biting into the trap. And this is why I tell you.
I'm not biting into no trap.
He said I am.
No, you. It's him. This is why
Okay, but
it's because you don't get one thing. Yeah. Firstly, females, you're you see your wife.
Yeah.
You choose your wife.
Yeah, 100%.
So if you chose an incompetent wife, you have no one else but yourself to blame for that. Do you get my point? So if you saying, "Oh, what if she can't do it?" So that means you're basically saying, "Yeah,
But you do know
I
some people will hide their real selves when they're together.
Brother,
They come across competent, but they're not.
Brother,
So what we did, you can't.
No, bro, you can't fake competence.
You man are speaking in absolutes, bro.
You cannot fake competence.
What
You can.
He's just talking waffle. You can't
It's
fake
not waffle.
competence.
You can.
You cannot
What?
fake
You
competence.
can.
You can't fake
How do
competence.
man get manager positions, but they don't have to use a computer?
Because you're not judged. You're not judged on
That's
competence.
impossible
That is
in this
though.
day and age.
Bro,
You
you're
can't
not,
do that.
no, but you're
No,
not
it's
judged
not.
as a
Oh
man.
my
As
God,
a
bro.
manager,
You man speak on some Disney thing, bro.
Look.
On some Disney thing.
Look.
So man don't think the personality.
As a manager, you're not judged on your competence. You're judged on whether you can hit the targets they've set.
Some
you.
man just can't hit the targets and they still get employed.
That's not competence, bro.
But they still get employed.
Nah.
So
You're
what we
talking
doing
about
here?
employed. Are they
No,
holding
but you
the
know,
position?
but you're talking
Are
about
they holding the
competence.
position? Are they holding that position? And
No,
where are we
they probably
going
won't.
with
This is
that?
my
That's
saying.
what I'm
They-
saying.
I work with
Because-
managers that don't have to do basic things, bro.
Nah, you don't say
So what
change
we
it and
doing?
say basic things because you specifically said use a computer.
I work
So
with
your
managers
managers don't know how to use a computer.
I work to managers that don't know how to use a computer. They're telling me how to use Word. But you're a manager, bro. You're 4 positions above me.
What in Word were they asking you
Huh?
to do?
I don't know how to work some Word or how to use this and that. But I'm like, you're a
I
manager,
bet it
bro.
was some mad complicated
Some
grafting
people
or
fake
something that even I
It's
don't
the
know
same
how to
as
do
man
in
that
Word.
fake that they got
Brother,
money.
well, if you're
and then when
getting-
the girl gets to know they don't have
Brother,
no money, bro.
No.
Come on,
And
people
look,
fake their personality.
you know what it is? I'm not to even sound big-headed or a
People
big
don't have
ego.
discernment,
No,
bro.
bro. I was just about to say, look, you see, if you can't discern incompetence,
Yeah.
and someone can fake competence to you,
Yeah.
that just means you're stupid.
How?
How can you not see an incompetent person?
Some people don't see it. Some people don't
Yeah,
see
because
it.
you're stupid then.
People fake their personality until marriage, bro.
No, but my point is,
can only fake so
competence-
much, yeah?
competence
happens.
is
You live with
different
someone,
from your
you live with
personality.
someone.
Look, personality
happens, but-
is not the same as competence. They're two
This is not
different
the
things.
scenario I'm talking about.
Oh
Nah.
my
Because
God.
remember, I'm talking about a perfect scenario.
Exactly.
You keep on going,
So
you keep on
you
going way
got
out
a
of
perfectly
something.
competent wife who knows.
You know
She
what I'm
probably
saying?
helped you when you can't do X, Y,
educated.
that.
We're
Like
not-
she knows what to do. She knows
didn't
how to
skip
pattern the
school.
shit.
Like she went to school, she graduated. She
Yeah, but
just
there's a lot of girls
now
that went to
it's
school
just
and they're
different.
housewives. That doesn't.
Fam, doesn't regardless
My
of
point
that
is,
nothing,
yeah.
bro.
No, but my
There's
point is,
nothing wrong
you shouldn't
with,
be.
like,
My thing is, you shouldn't
like-
be trying to make a woman who is not of that level a housewife. Then
Would you-
I'm not trying to. I said I want my woman to work.
But fam,
no, but
all
my
right,
point
so
is,
you want
but
your
no,
woman to
but-
work. I
Yeah.
hear that. Why do you want your woman to work if you don't
If
mind me
you're just,
asking?
if you're gonna be a housewife, you've gone secondary school, you've gone college, you've gone uni
Weak,
to be a housewife. What kind
Weak.
of? There's no
weak.
There's no ambition.
Are you a
bro.
man or a mouse?
But you
when
have,
the
so
kids-
you
Are
have
you a
children.
man? Are you
So
a
you
man?
have
Where
children.
are you
So
a
when we
man?
talk about raising your
But
children,
you're prefer like, bro.
No, I'm a man or
Bro,
mouse,
you're
I
a
want my
man
woman to
or a
work.
mouse, bro,
Because I
fam.
want my woman to
going
work.
on?
That doesn't make no sense. People.
No, bro. You see what it is?
in regards to raising your children, though,
Yeah.
what you want her working
We both can raise the children.
when you're both
Brother.
working?
I'll take care of the bills, but
That's
follow
not
your
raising
ambition,
the
though.
taking care of the bills is not raising the children.
No, but we can take care of the bills.
Brother.
Sorry,
Bro.
I would take care of the bills. You can raise the child and work.
Ayo,
Where's this notion that you can't do both?
are you
No
a
one said you
Christian?
can't do both.
No, let me. Let me.
What's the Christian
No. I'm gonna
point
ask
is,
a question. No, watch. Wait.
these are the things I was saying in the conversation.
Wait. Don't say nothing. Wait. Are you a Christian?
Yes, I'm a Christian.
All right, cool. So, what do you think? When you take it back to Christianity, yeah, what is the purpose between man and woman? Yeah.
For a man to provide, but I'm not talking
No.
about.
Let's stop going off to what is
I just answered your
what is
question.
God's given purpose to a man to provide
for
for
a man
his
to
woman,
provide.
Come on,
and then what is the purpose of the woman to support the
And
man and
nurture-
raise
and
and
nurture.
nurture the kids?
Come on,
That
fam,
is what
you even
the
said
God given. So
But you
what
can
you're
do both,
doing
though.
is defying God's plan.
No, it's not defying
It's
God's
going
plan.
against.
Why
no,
does
because
she have to
define
do
God's
that?
plan.
why
she
are
have to
women
do both?
working? Why are women working?
Why?
Who made? What is the reason behind why women actually have to? Because they never
because
used to have
feminism.
work happen?
Because of feminism,
No, and
women
who
wanted to work,
and who
though.
is
That
what?
was it. Wasn't
Women wanted to
Who
feminism.
are the
work, though.
people
It wasn't
rooted
feminism.
behind feminism?
Do you know?
Even
That
if
was
he
the
wants-
cover.
Them
That was the
elites,
cover.
though. Them
No, bro,
elites.
bro.
It was actually a
no,
more
no,
sinister
no.
reason.
Even if he wants to use feminism as the
Oh
excuse,
my
who
God, bro.
are the
You lot are going
people
on.
rooted behind the feminism? What type of people are
So,
they?
let me tell you.
so it's wrong for
So
women to
come
work
on.
now.
Huh?
It's a sin for women to
There
work
was a
now.
campaign,
Yeah.
many years ago,
Yeah.
decades ago, to get women into the workplace,
Yeah.
and that was to destabilize the foundation of the family. So now you don't have that nuclear setup anymore,
Because
and
the
now you have this
schools are
competition
this is-
in
Yeah,
the
which-
in the
okay.
household, not even in the
100%, I'm not
workplace, in the household.
disputing that, but a man and a woman can work, and the family setup is fine. What's the issue?
My brother,
It's not. It's
like
not,
I said to my brethren,
it's not all for every story though. It's
Like
not
I
everyone's
said-
story though.
all right, there are anomalies, but like I said to my brethren,
There's massive anomalies.
let me honestly.
Yeah.
Growing up, and I had to be very honest, you get,
Yeah.
because even who I'm speaking to, he might even fall into this. I said, yo, growing up here, I noticed the difference between the my friends who like their parents was working all the time, and maybe one or whoever's who's that their mum may have not been working, or whether she was a single mother or not. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of whether there was a man there or not, their mum was pretty much not just always at home, because people get this idea that the woman's like at home, like a chained at home, like you go out, bruv, like you're just not working. You get me? But your mum was around you a lot.
Yeah.
That's who you saw primarily. The way you cognitively function is completely different. The way you grow and understand and even have compassion for things and like relate to the world is completely different. And I noticed it, and I see the effect it had on people whose parents weren't around. You had to come home and fend for yourself. Or, you know what I'm saying, you come home and you're straight out because no one's there to tell you don't go out. You know what I'm saying? Or you're having to sleep over at auntie's house or grandma's house all the time because your parents have to do this shift, that shift. Like, cool, things have to happen. People have to survive. I'm not even getting onto no one because I know how hard it is. But at the end of the day, I see the fucking effect that it has.
And
whether
that's
people wanna
not
say,
God's plan.
I'm strong and, you know,
That's
I can
not
deal with
God's
it.
plan.
Cool.
That's
made
not
us strong.
God's plan.
Exactly. God made us strong, but at the end of the day, like P's saying, that's not the natural way that it was supposed to go. God did not
They
create
changed
us
it.
for that
That's
function.
my point. They changed,
Do you get it?
and what they've done is they've conditioned the men into believe it going into this. But I'm saying there's nothing wrong with your woman if you have to, and like say to do it, you got to do it. Then no one's saying that you shouldn't do it. But the fact that, like I said, a man will say, you remember you was given a situation saying you were in the position where she didn't have to work, but you're still saying you wanted to work. What kind of, like, what is that?
You're up, like, you're...
If she doesn't want to work, she doesn't want to work.
Why
If she
is
wants to
my
work, she wants to work.
bro?
No, but you said
brother,
that she has
I want
to
my
work.
woman. I want
You said
brother.
she
Brother,
has to work.
I prefer it if she works.
All right, let me show you something here. You see what women have to develop to work. They develop masculine traits. Yeah. So if you want your woman to stay as feminine as possible,
Mentally as well.
mentally as feminine as possible, you know what you have to do? You keep her life soft.
I know
So
a
she
lot of
don't have
career women that are feminine. So all that women that are doing masculine, acting like DMX, I can't relate still. Can't relate to them girls there still.
What do you mean?
Them girls, I know girls that are work, they're career women, they're feminine. So all this talk of if she works, she's masculine and all that, that's them girls that want to act like Monday.
My point is, what just because of who you know, that's not the general.
But that's my reality though. So I can only speak on that.
No, but my point is that you can say that, but my thing is you can't say that that's the general because if you look at the actual overall facts, it will say otherwise, bro. Just because that's what you're experiencing, that doesn't mean that applies to every other one.
I never said that applies to everything. I'm talking about what I see.
Yeah, but
so I can't relate. So
no, but my point is, no, but look,
I can't relate to.
No, but look, my thing is, you're one of them people where cool. Even though there'll be facts that prove it, you're gonna just say because I don't see it doesn't mean nothing.
No, if I don't see it, I don't.
No, but that's what you're basically implying, bro. Because the facts.
How can I speak on it? I don't see it, so how would I know? I don't know. I can't relate.
No, but my thing is, it's like these things. There's obviously, if you look, there's the statistics that have been published in regards to these things, which show and indicate, it's a fact, bro. Women who work tend to be. It says to be more masculine. Doesn't mean they're going to be moving or butching or this and that. But they tend to adopt more. The way they operate, is more because the working environment was not meant for the woman. They made it
in certain
you get
work
me? Like,
environment.
no,
Not
yeah,
every work
no, but that's the same
environment.
because
Certain
what
work
do you? My thing is as well. Yeah, it's like what
Mm.
people. What obviously because you don't have kids, you don't understand this. Do you think what raising kids is just simple?
No, it's not simple. It's very hard.
My point. And then like I say you have multiple
Very
kids.
hard, that's what I'm saying.
That's just difficult.
No, but that's my point. But you're downplaying the whole of that because you're saying obviously, yeah, all right, cool. I'm able, to cover every finance because that's the situation. But I want you to work. I don't
mad.
understand that.
That's
I don't.
so
I
mad.
can't hear
Why?
that. I can't hear that,
Sure.
fam. I can't hear that. It's
'Cause you
different.
know what I said
if
to my
you had
brethren?
to, there's different. But the fact you're saying I'm in the position where you don't have to, but you're telling them you want them to. It's like, bro, like
never said she
I
has
don't want to sound mad.
If you're okay with being a housewife, then boy, I don't know. I don't know.
Who cooks when
Huh?
everyone comes home from work? Who cooks?
Whoever comes home
This
first.
is what my
innit?
brother tried to say. I said to him,
It's
God
true
forbid.
though.
God forbid, yeah. Like,
So if
look,
I finish
there's
before my
nothing
wife,
wrong with. Look,
I'm gonna wait for my wife to cook.
wait.
What are we
There's
doing
nothing wrong with a man cooking.
now?
There's nothing wrong with a man cleaning from time to time.
Yeah.
But virgin, if man comes home consistently
Yeah.
and I'm not even smelling nothing at the door.
Crazy.
Like, in my brain, I'm gonna start thinking, why did I even marry you? Like,
But you're gonna
why?
You don't have these conversations before you get married, no?
Fam, you say a girl can fake it up until marriage?
100%.
All right. So what if she faked it? She was cooking
Then
all
if she's like-
she was
then
cooking
boy-
all the time, gassing up the table.
Then if that's
fam.
you have to,
But man
you have
didn't
to
live
have,
with her, so
You have to have a conversation.
I
with
was
her,
just
innit?
under the assumption that's where it would always be. You get me? Man would only go to her house so and so often.
Yeah, but you need to have that conversation. Like, what going?
She lied,
what
didn't it?
changed?
You were the one that said the girl will act, bro. You're telling me now you have to have that conversation.
You have
She
to.
lied. All right, we had the conversation. She lied.
Hmm?
She lied.
Yeah, you need to sit down and say, what happened?
Look at what you're saying.
What's going on?
Look at your head, fam. Look at it. Look at what you're
No,
saying.
you have to have a
he's
conversation,
not a
no?
serious guy, bro.
I'm very serious.
He's not a
You're
serious
just
guy.
Why? Because I don't agree with you, lot. I
Do
don't have to
flip-flop
agree.
here.
Nah,
bro.
anyway, you know what it is, yeah. My thing is in it. Like, I'm on this superior thing, fam. So
So you want to be superior? This is what I'm saying.
Are you not? It's like my Benjamin, he even said, he'll even be the house husband and let her go to work. I said, look at your
Who
head.
said that?
I can't say his name
Yeah,
on here.
bro.
But I said, bro,
See,
you're going
I was agreeing with your
so
bitching
mad.
until then. The house husband.
House
Fire,
husband,
man.
he said,
obviously.
yeah, I'll
Yo,
earn a little bit on the side. I'll throw my phone. I was like,
God,
No,
if something happens to me and I become disabled, then I'll
That's
become
crazy,
house husband. Then
fam. Oh my
other
days.
than that, sorry, God forbid.
I know, but
yeah.
cool. So
Other than that, I'm not being a house husband.
Look. My thing is here.
Yeah.
Let me show you
No,
something.
you lot are laughing.
Let me throw a spanner in the works and answer
This
one
guy-
question.
this guy's-
So now, say now, cool. That's your stance on that.
Yeah.
Now say cool. Your wife happened to might have started speaking to someone and the man comes through and then she wants to leave you now because he's decided she ain't got to do none of that, bro, and trying to offer her the softest of soft life. Is she wrong? So are you gonna look at her and try to make her
The
see
game
she's
is the
wrong
game.
for that?
The game's the game.
No, but
If she
I
leaves me,
want
the
to
game
know
is the
what
game.
would you
Game's the
say?
game.
Is she wrong?
The game's the game.
No, is she? Are you not asking? the
Yeah,
question?
she's wrong, but
Why
if
is she
wants,
wrong?
If she wants to leave, that's her
No,
prerogative.
but why is she wrong?
Because you left me
For what? For a
for
bet?
a man.
No. For
because he's
a
working.
better life. No, because her life is softer. He has made her life better. That's why she's left you.
Yeah, but
No. That's the fact.
but
That's
remember,
why
I
she
said
left you.
Something happened to me, and I became disabled, and I became house husband.
No, but that's different.
I was comfortable with being a
No.
house husband, and I was a bum,
Perfect scenarios just out
and
the
I was
window.
being
man.
a bum. No,
bro.
So if she wants to leave because of that, that's on her prerogative.
No, bro.
It shows her character.
That's not
Good
what I'm
luck to
saying.
her,
I'm
innit?
talking about the perfect scenario.
Yeah.
Because remember, you're the one who's saying you'd be in the perfect scenario, and you still want her to work. And then, like I said, she goes to work and she meets the CEO who's looking at her like,
That's
why are
fine,
you
though.
working? Why are
That's
you working?
fine.
She's looking at like, why are you working?
fine.
Like, and then, like I said,
That's fine. Women come and go. That's fine.
No, but my point is, you don't understand your flaw in that way of thinking, bro.
I'm not flawed.
You are, bro.
I'm
Because
not.
you're defying. A woman is not wrong for because women innately go to people, man who provide for them. That's it's in the innate thing.
But
You're
I'm
not
pro- I'm
understand.
providing
That's
for
no, but
them.
you're not getting that, boy.
I never said
You're
I
not,
wasn't gonna
bro.
provide
I
though.
swear to God, you're not getting because
No, you
the
wanna
fact-
provide.
I'm just disagreeing. with you.
It's cool. You want to put no. I hear
I
that.
get it. I just
because
disagree.
I understand. Like I understand it, but like I don't know. I don't at the same time. But obviously,
But I don't
you get
hear
me?
that.
Because me, I
I
would
don't hear that,
prefer
bro.
like
Staying at home and being
why
a
would you want to
housewife,
work?
it just shows lack of ambition to me.
That's
my
so
opinion.
stupid. No, it's not stupid.
It's not,
Sorry, not.
if you think it's
It's
stupid,
not
then that's fine.
stupid.
That's my opinion.
It's not stupid.
if
And I'll stand on
but
10
I
toes.
just cannot understand it. Like,
I stand on 10 toes.
that's the normal thing, though.
Brother, this is what I'm talking about. How they've you see what I'm talking about in society when
It's
I'm talking
mad.
about how they've conditioned them.
No
This is
one's
what I'm saying.
conditioned
You have been conditioned,
No way.
bro,
I think for
because
myself.
you are defying
Nah,
God. I
the
just broke
the
it. I used the
government-
Bible to
the
explain
government
to
think-
him.
the
I used
government
the
think- the government thinks for you.
Because no woman's gonna go to her because she wants to work.
The government thinks
No
for you.
woman's gonna go to her because she wants to work.
Who said that a woman?
No, because you're going
to
to defying God. What we doing now?
So how can you go from that to a woman going to her for
Yeah, that has nothing to do.
working?
Because
So
like I
what
said-
kind of man?
So
you just did
so
there.
people
That's
in
what the
hell-
government would do.
So the people
They
in
were
hell-
trying
so the
to
people in hell-
completely
so-
twist up the
So the
thing.
people in hell, so everyone in hell, they didn't defy God, no?
Did you take the jab?
Huh?
Did you take the jab?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he did.
You did, didn't it?
He did. It's
I
compromised.
think for myself,
It's
I do what I
compromised.
want.
You
This
don't
is the
you
thing.
don't even know how they're
This is the
fucking
thing.
they're fucking
You
with
two
these
are on
algorithms.
this.
Yeah,
Oh, if you don't agree with me,
You know, I'm
you lot are
trying to. I'm
programmed.
like, no, you seem vaccinated because like, you're just
Whatever,
trying to be like, that's all
Vaccine don't mean
vaccinated
nothing,
guy.
No, because bro, I use the Bible to explain to you how literally, innately in nature. I'm talking about instinctually. Yeah, that is not the role. Was a modern thing that was implicated by a man. You've allowed them to condition you to believe that a woman is no. Her purpose isn't to be doing that. That's not her purpose. Her purpose is to be nurturing and supporting you where you. That's your purpose. You're supposed to be taking on that because a man is designed. Look, the way when it comes to let's get down to a genetic level now. Yeah, we have different chemicals in our body, testosterone. So we're literally built to endure the stress of work. Women are not. That's why they fluctuate. They have periods, bro. It's like, bro, if you, I can't, bro. I'm just gonna get lost.
Let me give it to you as well. Yeah, like I believe that the kind of work that a woman should do should like be soft work.
Yeah,
but in the terms of caring, pampering, hair and beauty.
Okay, cool.
Mothering, serving, clothing, tailoring, like seamstress.
Yeah, things that are not gonna put on in me. Like
there's no stress.
There's no levels of stress, bro. Because from what we know, how do females in general deal with stress? They don't deal with stress like how men deal with stress because they were not made to deal with that. That's the purpose of what the man's supposed to stand in front of the stress and like, yo, I deal with that. And then you support me and hold me up in the. Do you get? That's how the dynamic of what God's plan was. They've changed it.
It don't mean that women can't.
Yeah, it's not saying women can't work, bro. Because my point is, that could be a form of, but there might be a time, like you say, where you can't fulfill the X, Y, Z, and she's gonna step in to have to do that. But to put that obligation onto her, to say like, if you don't do that, then it's like, you have you're gonna forget all of her other purposes, what she serves to you, because that purpose wasn't, like I said, that purpose was only put there by the people who run that, because like I said, it's just capitalizing. We want more people to tax. We want to break up so there's less. Remember, mums used to stay at home. You know what? Yeah, mums used to stay at home. You choose your wife. You know why you choose your wife? You choose your wife because your wife's gonna have the worldviews and morals that you align with. That's why you married her. So what happens is now when she's at home, she teaches your kids and implements that into yourself. So when your kids grow up, they are copies and versions of you and carry on. What's happened now is they've removed that now. So where are the kids learning their morals and values from school? What are they teaching and pushing in school, bro? Look what happened on Netflix the other day about with the whole pushing all this madness in kids from bare people are cancelling because it's like they're conditioning kids to accept certain things which they shouldn't even be present. And that's my point. This is literally how they condition it, because those kids will see that. And then when they grow up now, their worldviews now is, this is normal. Because I saw they showed me this when I was kids. This is how it works. But like I said, if it was traditional, no. Mum's there to oversee. No, you can't watch that. No, that message, that's not good for you. This type of book, stay away from this stuff. Because she's got the time to. They've removed you, so there's no time to monitor. There's no time to monitor that. And like I said, you look at like on the internet and this and that. The kids can go find XYZ and get lost in. You don't know what they might get into. And like I said, kids can absorb anything. So if they shown the wrong thing, they're gonna absorb the wrong thing, and then you don't know how that's gonna affect their upbringing. And that's the whole point. That is literally the whole point. That's why the whole concept of you trying to argue, say, "Oh no, she wants to be out." No, bro. Because the thing about it is, girls, modern day girls now don't want to be that. They don't want to be that. Like, it's not the common. They're trying to be the woman you want, but then, like I said, these are the girls men are getting with, and marrying, and then their marriages ain't lasting because why? Because the way she functions, she's operating like she's a man. Because she, like I said, she's going down the path of in society of what a man has to do. So her operate, because to do it, you have to operate like a man, bro. Because that's how man. Remember, it used to be. Remember, like I said, they used to be on this yet soft. So it's like you could stay soft. Like, you know how women always preach about, oh, I don't want to be my masculine. Yeah, brother. And this is a God-given fact, and I realize this.
Yeah, but them women chose to be in their
Look. I want to tell you this one thing, and I've learned this, and this is through my, like, you see how you're talking about personal experience.
Yeah.
You see, I see certain men have problems with women, and you see the moment, like you actually take on the role of being the actual proper man that you're supposed to be. Certain women just fall straight into line. All the problems, that a man there was experiencing, they just doesn't go because why? You're like, she can't, like, because like I said, it's like an innate thing. Like, it's like, you're fulfilling the roles of what, so I like the other little issues like the attitudes and it goes out the window. Why? Because you're fulfilling your role to her. So you're not gonna get the extra stuff. Yeah. And they not, bro, I seen it as I was good. I said, raw. I said, no, for real, I said, raw. When you just, like I said, certain my friends, when you just look up the way they are with man, I'm saying, yo, but then when I see like man that might be trying to pursue them, but are trying to be on this little, like, you're not even getting through to them. And I'm thinking, bro, like, how are you, man, facing this problem? I'm saying that's because you don't really want to take on and step into the role, but this is innately what females want from you. That's what they want from you. They literally want that from you, bro. So it's like when they're interested in you, but you're not fulfilling the role, it's like, all right, cool, you're going to get that resistance because it's like, all right, cool, you're not showing me what I want. And remember, girls, as they get older, they'll learn. Not all girls have had that example to understand. Some girls, they're lucky, they have a father figure in the house or a male figure to show them to understand, that's what you want to get. Because that, brother, I can't imagine, like, for example, if my daughter was to come and say to me, oh yeah, a man's in a position where he can look after her, but he wants her to be out here working hard. I'm like, what? That's my daughter. Like, you get my point? Like, that's how I feel about my daughter. So, like I said, your wife is someone else's daughter. Like, I want you to be well looked after, because my point is that why do I want you to work when I can make it so you don't have to? So what am I working for? So you see, when you're out going hard and grafting hard, what are you working for? Just purely for yourself then? That's how I see it. Clearly, it's just purely for yourself. Because me, like I said, when you get to once you get to the stage what Wiz is talking about, where everything is cushy. So say you've got everything you want, this and this and this and that, the way you perceive working and money, you'll look at it like, bro, literally, I'd rather work for everything just to literally invest in my woman. So my woman, because it's like, bro, once you've got all your material, your nice car, your house, and this and this and this and that, what can you really do with the money? Nothing but spend it on your woman and your family. You see what my point is? So the whole dynamic of the way you see it is that it's like, cool. Nah, I'm in the position where I know the hardship of what you lot go. I can now remove that hardship from you lot's life. Yeah, so you don't have to experience it. So you don't have to go through the trauma or the disadvantages. So it makes it a step easier for you, because that's what you're supposed to do, and that's what uplifts your family. Because then, like I said, it goes down. You get me? They excel. That makes it easier for them to excel. So then, when they excel, their kids excel, and then, like I said, gradually, your family line goes upwards. But like I said, with that type of mindset, it's like, nah. Yeah, I'm willing to just let you, go through hardship. We could be on the ends. It's like, when you get stressed out, and then I'm saying, she meets the man who comes through and just he just whisks her away because he's willing to provide, bro.
Yeah,
I never said I wasn't gonna provide. I just
bro.
said
That is.
If you're gonna stay at
I
home,
own
and
that
you're
is.
not,
I own.
didn't
I
look
don't care
after
what
you,
you
then there's
say.
no ambition.
That is
He
saying
didn't
you're not
say
willing
I
to
that.
never said
provide.
that though. But I
He
never
didn't
said that
say
though.
he did say that he would work as well,
I'll provide,
but
look after my
like
kids and my woman.
but why do you require her to work if you're
Because if you're just gonna stay home and look after kids and do all of that, what else are you gonna do?
Why does she need to do that more?
what else like what the
I want ambitious. I want
What?
ambitious woman.
all right, look, you know what I said
Ambition,
to my brethren, yeah?
Yeah.
I said to him like
That's a
this.
masculine.
There's something that's really making me very, very angry in a response that I get from a lot of women that act like being around their children all day or all week is a chore, or being in their family house is a chore. And I'm like, bar the women that are in some kind of abusive situation, forget about them, not talk about them. But I find it such a disrespect and an insult to a woman's children and to her family home and to whoever her husband is, if there's one there. Because how do women go from being known as nurturers who never leave their children's side? You still have cultures. It's only in the UK and America that you see this nonsense mentality of a woman not being valued at home, as if that's not such a valuable place for her to be. Because in every other culture in the world, being a housewife is revered. It's something that they take honor. It's almost a competition. My house is better than your house.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
the
And even in this, and
because
even here in London, like
we've
look,
like the
so a lot of men
like the-
weaponized it though.
No,
like
no.
the Turkish communities that we live in, like we live amongst, when I said live in, that we
Brother.
live amongst, and all of these
Let-
people.
Yeah, but that's different
Look,
though.
I
Because
know,
the Turkish and Asian they don't weaponize.
No,
The men don't
but
weaponize.
listen.
But I'm not talking. I said, what did I say? I said exclude the abusive situation. You don't listen very
I do
well.
listen.
No,
So
but-
if you listen, then why did you bring in something?
No,
I
because
told you to exclude
Because
it?
man, them weaponize it though.
No,
I said exclude abusive situations, bro.
No.
I'm not
That's
talking
an
about abuse
abusive
though.
situation. So what's weaponizing? then?
Weaponizing is like making it look like it's an edict thing or making it look like the woman's enslaved or something.
What?
What?
See what I'm saying? You lot are just not getting
No,
my point.
explain what you said,
No,
because that didn't make
I'm-
sense
this
This is
at
we're going in
all.
circles. This is just
That made no sense.
It didn't make sense. You don't just
Explain
want
it, bruv.
You don't just want to disagree for the sake of disagreeing.
No,
It's
I'm
fine,
trying to
man.
understand
bro.
whether what you're saying makes sense. I'm not
Because-
That
trying to
makes
get.
sense.
The modern day man have made it look like being a housewife is dead, or you're just at home, or she's the slave of the house. That's why it's not revered. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well,
Bloody hell,
fam,
man.
like, we're not talking about that though. Like,
Oh,
do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're what, bro? Yes, we already know that. I mentioned that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But, fam, I hear that. But, you get me?
I don't know. I don't know what to say now.
Like, other cultures still live amongst us and look at us probably and laugh at us, because to them, they see pride in taking care of their family. They literally don't even want to spend time away from their children.
Yeah.
When I see that, it brings joy to my heart, because I'm like, wow, I feel like I come from a generation where this is what I saw.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people, even in my generation, maybe they didn't have that structure, but we're coming to a time where it's like, that is just so far gone almost.
Yeah.
And whenever I still see it, it's friggin' heartwarming, and I have to be like, yo, that child is lucky, because they're actually going to grow up with a heart inside their chest.
Look, I
You
said,
know what I'm saying?
look, bro, it's as simple as they literally conditioned it into all of us. Like it started from our parents' generation, not just us, but it started from our parents' generation to what it is now into the younger generations. They literally filtered it in gradually. You see my point? And the reason why, individualism makes you as an individual easier to control, because when you're together, it's a problem. So if we push this whole don't value family, value work, why the hell I always say this, and I always say people need to start thinking, question your purpose. You think God put you on the planet to work? Not saying you don't have to work, but do you think your purpose was put on the planet to work?
not my sole purpose. One of my purposes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's in your calling,
To provide for my family.
to be able to provide for your family. That's why you have to work.
100%.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wouldn't say would I say it's my core purpose?
No.
It's one of them, but it's not the first. It's not my. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not my priority.
But your purpose on earth here is to live in line with God in the way God expects you to live. Yeah, that's your actual purpose. Yeah. They use the modern day way of living to make you live outside that without you even being aware, like what you're saying, or like what you were saying about the whole, not the work having to go to work. You're not even aware. That's what I was arguing. Saying, you see, you're not even aware of how they're actually making you live outside of the purpose of what you should actually be doing. Because, like I said, it's just the day to day where this is the norm of how people think. But I'm like, bro, stop and question. Why do you think like that? When, like I said, I'm presenting you with facts of the Bible, from the Bible, showing you like, yo, bro, this isn't how it should be. But you're arguing, and this is a general thing amongst everyone nowadays. Is like, I'm like, bro, but I'm like, no, this isn't how it should be. Because why? Because they've used, like I said, feminism, all this, women versus men, and all of this to fuel people into being conditioned. Okay, this is the way things should be. Because like I said, the kids now, they're growing up. Who is their parents? Their parents are at work. They're at school. So anything what is being in, like I said, if people done their research and see what they teach in the educational system, see who actually funded the built the whole education system and their intentions behind why they built the education system. Remember, this is the people who are programming your kids. So like I said, when they're growing up and they're obscured from how you thought they should be or what they should, do you know why that is? Because of the fact, like I say, that whole dynamic has been destroyed. That whole structure, that whole unit has been eradicated. And like I said, you're going to have a bunch of soulless people who have, like I said, they are obsessed with fickle things like I said, materialistic things or fame and and this and this and this. I was like, about that's what I said, that even like the whole concept of fame, I said, I never really understood. I said, why do you care about whether or not holy people just know who you are? And I'm like, why do you care? Like, I'm saying, I'm not just no, but obviously my thing is no, because they condition you into being into something that fame, money, riches, that all these irrelevant things to your actual purpose. Exactly. They condition it to make you seek after those things over actually following your purpose.
That's important, yeah.
You know what my point is from that? Because realistically, let me show you how they're actually making people straight from their purpose in a way where, like I say, I told you, my neurodivergent makes me see the world in a different scope. Look at it like this. Your kids now, who should be imprinting your kids? Your wife. But like I said, your wife now works. So who imprints the education system? All right, cool. So now, what's likely to happen to your child? If say you're from got Christian background or religious background, do you think they're as likely to indulge and take on teachings of, like, let's say you want to live in a godly way? Do you think they're as likely to take on the teachings of a godly way? Because you're not there to instill it or teach it to them. So what teachings are they going to take on? The satanic teachings that they've conditioned into society.
Fortunately.
No one will ever look at it like that. I broke it down to you plain and simple. Like, no one would ever look at it in that scope and think, wait, hold on. Yo, think about it. Like, this is why, like I said, certain people...
But don't you think it's both parents? Obviously, if we're talking about two-parent household, isn't it both parents to instill that godly figure, that godly nature to Christianity?
No, it is. You're right. But how they've designed society, they've designed it so you're not able to without people understanding. That's what I said. Why do you think they make, like, look at the way people are living. People have full-time jobs and can't meet their bills, and it's made that on purpose. Why do you think? Because now you have to solely focus on trying to provide to make ends meet. So you ain't got time. So what now is, because you're under such immense pressure and that you're overlooking and you're not adhering to, like I said, got your purpose. You're not adhering to it because you've been taken away from it to fixate on I've got a And like I said, while that's happening, you have other wheels turning. yeah, like I said, for example, like the conditioning, indoctrination of your kids happening while that's there, because it's just a repetitive system. Because, like I said, what they want to do is they want all of you to be like atheists, non-religious, just and concerned for the worldly views and not actually understand. Because, like I said, most people, they don't even understand the real history. They just literally believe whatever is presented to them in terms of information. No thinking about it. No, this might influence my way of thinking, or this might be none of that. Okay, is this okay? All right. If we say this is, and like I said, if we get you to accept this, you just go along with it. And that's, like I say, certain things like you'll see we've spoken about, certain things like how they put that in, certain things that they promote, like in pedophilia and all them type of stuff. You're thinking, how are they just putting? I'm saying, they're putting that there because they're getting you to accept and slowly, gradually. Because remember, this isn't it's not tomorrow overnight project. No, it's a gradual thing. Like, conditioning doesn't happen straight away. It's a gradual thing. They have an agenda, and then they set out the task of what to do to condition you to get accustomed to the condition. So then, like I said, by the time it's in play now, like I said, everyone is accustomed to it. Oh yeah, this is the normal. Like, no one doesn't question it. We just think this is okay. Like, because you know when you introduce certain things like Apple. I always say this. Look at AI. Yeah. Now that they've released AI, remember, the government always has technology, years, like 20, 30 years ahead. They had Bluetooth in when we were born in 1990s. You didn't see Bluetooth come out on phones and stuff until what? 2010s and all that. You see what I'm saying? But they've had it from the 90s. So take that same concept and apply it to AI. How long ago do you think they've had AI for?
Yes.
So now then, the question, you see how good AI is and what AI can do. Now, question: how you know some of what you've been shown and what they've made you to think is real, whether it's really real? And some people believe that because it said until now, because we know of AI, you be like, oh yeah, if you're you do, like, obviously if you do something, you'll be able to say, yeah, this is an AI video. But before us having any understanding that AI is actually there, you wouldn't be able to determine whether or not that was AI, because, like I said, until we knew about it, you could see an AI video and think, right, that's real, and then you think, oh no, people, no, this is AI. So some of the things we might have been shown or been conditioned to believe as real might not be real. Just to say it might not be real.
Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. Where did we yeah. So I like the fact that everybody has a different perspective on that issue, but at the same time respecting, that not everybody kind of sees it the same. And it was really shocking for me, like, because I didn't understand, like, how I just didn't understand, you know what I'm saying, how, like, someone could think, like, a man could think away from that, whether he's old school or not, so it was just mad interesting for me, you know what I'm saying, but I definitely am old school in the sense where,
but don't you,
I want my wife at home, preferably.
Let me ask you a question. Don't you think, cool, so because you think that way, it's like, now do you understand, because cool, look at how much women, even though, forget about the modernization of how they've made them think, innately, don't you see how women just get repulsed at the fact of when men try to go, bro, that's one of the women's biggest put-offs. Innately, when a man comes around and he's not trying to, like, provide, like, show her that's one of women's biggest put-offs. It's an innate thing, bro, because
it's not innate. No, it's brainwashing. It's the media that's done that to them.
But when I'm talking about providing, I'm not talking about, like, just buying them things. I'm talking about women
looking after,
like, they're concerned, taking charge and like leading, basically, like coming through, like, I'm Huncho, let's, like,
But that's what I'm saying. You're saying that they don't.
But a lot of men don't. But
No,
a lot of men don't lead.
No,
to
no,
us.
because a lot of
women
men
don't like that.
No, I'm saying no. A lot they get repulsed at the fact that men are not like the men that are
The
not
men
like
are not
that.
doing that.
Yeah, that are not doing that. It's one of their
I thought you were
biggest.
saying they
No,
get
no, no,
repulsed that
no,
men
no,
are
yeah.
doing that. I was
No,
thinking,
no,
Like,
no,
they're
no,
not
no.
leading or they're not
Yeah,
using
like they get
initiative.
repulsed because I said that's one of the most common thing. Whenever
Oh,
no,
they
certain
get
man, it's like they come in it, and I'm thinking because it's exactly like what I'm saying because men have like they've been just conditioned to think like okay, yeah, I don't need to, like I said, step up and take this thing. I'm just gonna, but all right, cool. So you want her to lead, but then like I said, but when she starts acting all rare with
Come
you,
on.
what do you
Can't
expect,
compete.
bro? Like because that's what the leader is the one who takes all the stress and is handling it. So you've got to be rare to firm that. Like if you don't, and because then like I said, it's another thing with the men now. They're gonna start complaining. Oh no, yeah, she's too like fiery for me, or
Yeah,
she's
'cause
too
men are leading,
too bad. But I'm
if a man
thinking,
tries to lead, some girls will twist and say, "Oh, he's controlling." So
no, but you see
where
what it is.
do you go from here?
No, but you see what it is.
Yeah.
This is another psyop they've done with they've done with us, yeah. They've conditioned women into believing that a man taking charge is controlling. Because, like I said, they've basically conditioned. You see the innate things we're supposed to do for one another. They've conditioned and twisted them to make it seem like it's negative things. So when you do it, you're met with like I said. So when you try to lead, oh yeah, like you said, you're met with backlash and because in their mind, it's been conditioned to think, oh, he's being controlling when they don't realize, no, he's doing the leading thing. Because then, like I said, when the men stop doing it now, like I said, it's and like I said, what does it do? It's like they've set it so we repel each other.
Yeah.
So we adopt all the we adopt literally, bro. We adopt all the qualities that repel each other from each other. That's why, bro. Look at it, bro. In Europe, did you know that in Europe, yeah, they've got falling all of the countries. Yeah, you see in terms of the birth rates, all in decline. The only place where the population is inclined, you know where that is? Africa. And that's what I said. And you want to know why that is? That's purely based because Africa is still got more because of the way that society is just still more embedded in family and you get me. People have come from where, like, you get me. Your family will live here. Your cousins and that all live right next to you. So it's like the whole way they operate is still different to the way the Western world is. Where, like I said, the Western world has conditioned us to repel each other. Like I said, that's all. Like, come on, bro. Where did this whole man versus woman stuff come from?
This is like 2-3 years ago.
No, but my thing is, even when it's 2-3 years ago, you think like, why? Where did this come? Why did this come from? But then I said, oh, it's because, like I said,
It's come from people's trauma, and the internalizing projecting, and now it's like all girls are the same, bun girls, all men are the same, bun men.
No, because
that's been happening forever.
But it's gone higher.
Let me ask you a question. You think the world's overpopulated?
Well, I think the world is overpopulated.
No.
I'm asking man's asking twice or 3 times.
In general,
no.
Let Ayo ask the question.
But bro,
some countries.
What are you thinking about? What, bro? Some
countries.
I've had to take my shades off.
Some countries,
bro.
no.
Like, I've had to take my shades off.
I haven't even heard Ayo's answer.
Like, what was God's commandment to add Adam?
But
like, bro, what bro, are you a Christian, bro? I don't like to be. I
know some places overpopulated.
Can I hear Ayo's answer, please?
Flipping no,
bro. But like, bro, it's the fact.
I haven't actually heard him answer.
Some countries are overpopulated, like Asia, Africa. It's overpopulated. I can't say the world in general is overpopulated.
Why is it overpopulated? Why is it overpopulated?
Too many man and girl are breeding.
No, but who determined and said it is overpopulated? Where did you what?
You don't agree with you don't agree with the Bill Gates thing.
What was the Bill Gates thing again?
The depopulation plan.
Oh, I don't.
You don't agree with.
I don't agree with. What was it? China saying after 2 kids you can't have more than 2 kids.
That's not even in place no more.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the depopulation plan of the elite that we were speaking about earlier.
No, I don't believe in that. I feel like if you want to have kids, you can have as much kids as you want. I don't believe in.
So then the world's not overpopulated then.
Okay.
So all those
bro, that's all man needed to establish. Because I was looking at you like, bro.
Your reason for the third world countries was you're saying that too many people are breeding.
Yeah, it's like Asia, Africa's overpopulated.
You said too many people are breeding, but now you just said have as many children as you want. Oh, your position is a bit both sides.
It is what it is. I can't.
Hakeem,
It's not black. It's not black and white.
No,
There's
it's
grey
because
areas.
no, it's because you
the
see what it is.
government
It's no,
has
it's
messed up your whole.
no, bro. You know what it is? It's
Government
because
messed
no,
nothing
no,
up.
no. You see what it is? It's because innately he understands this one thing because he's a Christian, so he understands like he knows this. But it's the conditioning,
creates
that
that
that is misconstruing the way he's perceiving it. That's what my point is because you literally just contradicted. You said have as many kids as you want, but then you're saying they're having
Because
too
you
much
have free will. You
kids.
can do what you want.
No, but my point is why no.
You can do what you want.
No, of course you can do what you want. But my purpose is why do you feel
Do I agree?
why-
Do I disagree?
No, but why do you feel
That's a different question. Though.
No, but my thing is why did you feel
That's fair.
like they were overpopulated? Because I said what is your factor behind why you're saying they're overpopulated there, but not here?
I don't because I'm not. I don't know.
So you basically just
I know the stat. I've seen the stats that certain countries are
that's self-hate, my bro.
certain countries
That's
are
self-hate.
How's that self-hate?
It's a form of self-hate.
How's that form
That's
of
a whole
self-hate?
different topic, but that's a form of self-hate.
How?
Bro. Because you
How?
come from Africa.
Yeah.
So what you are out here telling me you don't have that perception because if you were saying it on a general basis, you only said that for Asia and Africa.
Yeah, because I've seen the stats that it's overpopulated.
No, but what do you mean it's overpopulated? Who dictates? Yeah, God alone dictates how much the population is. Who come and said here is overpopulated? We don't need more people. Who has the right to say that other than God? Go on, explain to me, please. Please. Okay, my point. Rest it,
Because if I say something,
No, I'm just saying, bro, because I believe in God, bro. So man's trying to step in and dictate certain things. Where I'm saying, who gave you that say and control to say that? Who? No one. Better. God alone I serve, bro. So when I'm seeing certain things that are being dictated, and I'm saying, brother, this is are you God? Do you think you're God to dictate this? You're not. And like I said, they can imitate and play like that because of positions and that allow or enable them to do that. But remember, the actual God, you get me, runs things, bro.
So there's more to this overpopulated thing. So overpopulated, according to AI, describes a situation where the number of inhabitants of a species, particularly humans, exceeds the capacity of its environment to sustainably provide for them, leading to resource depletion, pollution, and other environmental problems.
We're gonna go into a whole next topic.
So it's not just that they don't have enough space, but you have to consider the amount of food that will be available for the amount of people in the land. Because then you talk about famine, drought,
all right, cool,
and so many other things. So,
and look,
in certain parts of Africa and Asia, might be overpopulated
all right, cool.
in comparison to the amount of food they have.
No, but now we're gonna ask the real question because this is alright, cool. You see, they said what lacking food. There's more than enough food for everyone in the world.
Yeah, but
why? And my thing is but you have to understand why. Why is it that it is illegal for certain places to manufacture their own food, even though they're fully capable and able with their climate and country? It's illegal. So the fact like overpopulation. If that's what they're saying is overpopulation, well, it's not really overpopulated because if people had free reign to actually provide the amount of food they need for their countries, the whole concept of overpopulation is nonsense. Because, like I say, we have supermarkets throw away tons of food, tons of it, because it's illegal for them to give it away for free. So the whole concept of there not being enough resources, a bunch of waffle, bruv. It's all manufactured, bro. Like, do you see that term? That was probably manufactured by these people who run us, to give. You see when they want justification to eradicate us and feed us with VAT and all them thing there. This is the nonsense they start pushing to you, and this is what I'm talking about. This is the condition. Oh yeah, you're overpopulated, and that's what I said. Start questioning it. When you start asking the question, you'll see like
the world is not overpopulated.
It's not overpopulated,
there are
bro.
some places that are not overpopulated, but it's peak because the governments or whether it's foreign or in-house, are actually poisoning the land
Yeah,
so
but
they
yeah,
can't grow crops
intentionally,
anymore
bro.
anyway. So
Like,
even if there was gonna be enough food, the government fucks up the land, and then
brother,
they can't actually grow food. They can't
bro,
have animals, so they end up
brother,
going into the famine
bro.
anyway.
Look,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
read.
It's
Look,
crazy, man.
I read what I was reading one. Well, I was watching one thing where it's breaking down obviously one of these economists, yeah, from back in the day, before way before our time, and they basically wrote a book here in terms of how to keep the nations dependent, yeah. Basically how to be the imperialist that's what the best of the book. You know what one of the first things they said? Never allow a nation to be in control of their own food source.
That's stupid.
No, but my point is, yeah, because the whole concept, like I said, once you give, if you give them control of their food source, the
It's
whole
game over.
concept of overpopulation goes out of the window, bro. Because
What?
what you do is your population, you would then, if you're in control of it, you're gonna know how much food you need. So we're gonna do, if you're not in control of it, whoever's importing or exporting it,
Mhm.
dictates the amount. So it's like, alright, cool. We control all the banana, alright, cool. Yeah, we're gonna give a piece less bananas over to that side. So you lot are gonna be in drought for bananas or whatever commodity it is. And that's literally how this whole overpopulation works. Because I said, brother, realistically, how could Africa be overpopulated when everything comes from there? They have all the resources. So how can a place with all the resources be overpopulated?
Africa's
All
not
the resources come from there, you know.
Africa's not overpopulated.
But that's what I'm saying. But
It's certain regions. It's certain regions that are overpopulated. You know what I'm saying? So
and my
I
thing is that,
mean, Africa has more enough land to fit the
brother,
world
the whole
like
world in there, bro. So how
300
can it be
times over.
overpopulated? But certain regions may be overpopulated. But I'm saying, yeah, again, that is then again to the way that, like I said, obviously, as humans, you're gonna go to where everything is. The
Mm.
the things we talked about prior are what push people to, let's say, overcrowding certain things, because the only place where it's developed enough for us to have any type of things is here. So all of us go here. So now it becomes overpopulated. But my thing is, if it was being dealt with properly, we had proper politicians, proper things being done, you wouldn't have that overcrowding there, because we'd have resources and amenities spread out across properly. Everything could be done proper, but it's not allowed to be like that because we need it to be like this. So, like I said, when it's destabilized, we do whatever we want to do in there. You get me? If it's stabilized, like I said, you lot start paying attention to okay, yeah, you're taking all the gold out of our country and not paying us appropriately, and taking all the oil out of our country, and we should be getting it. So our what would then happen is our economies would start to build up and overgrow your economies, because everything comes from here. Do you get my point? Like, this is where everything. What it is you've been taking from here and then building up your thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why it's the whole keep you lot low, so we can always keep take to keep ourselves on top. That's how capitalism works.
Yes. Thank you, P. Very.
That's how it works, isn't it?
That was a code education on capitalism. But yeah, we've covered a few topics today, but I hope you lot have learnt from a few of the things that we spoke about individually,
Stick to God's plan.
communally. Stick to God's plan, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely look into things, you know what I'm saying? Don't take just everything that we're
Yeah, bro.
saying for face value. Go do your own
Question, bro.
research on
Right.
everything, but really do your research on on these fights that people are fighting, these Palestine, this and
bro.
this, whatever that, like, do your research, because a lot of people, they will hear a general consensus or they'll see a lot of flood of information on social media and they'll follow it without fully actually knowing the extent or the history.
Yeah.
And you don't want to seem like an idiot if somebody actually has to ask you what the situation is. So always do your research. It is long, but it's worth it. And if you don't do your research, don't speak on the subject.